Hey guys, it's Sarah. So a lot of stuff has been going down this week. If you didn't watch my last video, I've said that every weekend I'll be making a new video and I'll be talking about the latest things that have been happening during the week. You know, kind of like tour diaries, kind of like a little summary of like what's been happening. And it's better to do it at the end of the week because it's like a recap of everything that's been going on. So on October 20th, One Direction canceled their concert because Liam was sick, but a lot of rumors were going around that the reason why they canceled it was because Brianna, Jungle Worms, whatever her name is, she was in the hospital and she got pregnant early, and that got debunked real quick because they went on Twitter and they said Liam's just really sick, these things happen, and I don't know how Liam was sick, I don't know like what he was sick with, it might have just been a cold, I don't know, but he was sick and that's why they canceled the concert, and I'm pretty sure fans were upset, but to make fans not upset, One Direction on the same night released the perfect music video, and if you haven't seen my video, I did a perfect reaction video, it was my last video. I think that's why they released it on that day, because they knew fans would be upset because the concert was canceled, so I think that was perfect. Pun intended. Trustable sources say that over the break, starting March 2016, it's been rumored that Louis and Harry might be making a duet album together. Now, rumors go around all the time, and I remember there was a rumor about a year or two ago that Louis and Harry would be doing an album themselves or whatever, but that never happened, so I have no idea if it's even going to be happening, but that would be awesome if we just got a duet album of just Louis and Harry, like not Liam, not Niall, but just Louis and Harry over the break. I think that'd be awesome. It might be like a coming out album. I think One Direction should just make a Christmas album. That's what I've been waiting for. But Harry ended up tweeting, "Deepest apologies to everyone at the show tonight in Belfast. Very disappointed, but unfortunately these things happen. We're very sorry." And also Louis ended up tweeting, "We're so sorry for what happened tonight. If it was out of our control. Lots of love to Liam and thank you for being so understanding." And with that whole trend, get well soon, Liam was trending on Twitter, so everyone knew about it. So then it was confirmed that Liam was sick and it had nothing to do with Brianna. People even thought that Liam was fake sicking, like they made the whole thing up because Brianna was in the hospital, but One Direction would never make up that a band member is sick just because some girl might be in the hospital pregnant early, so they wouldn't make that up. So thank God Liam was actually sick. Like, I would rather Liam be sick than like Brianna being pregnant in the hospital, just saying. But I think Liam's a little better now. But people were even being a little suspicious that they canceled the show just because Liam was sick, because if you guys look back on it, a few weeks ago Louis and Harry had colds and so they were sick and they still had a concert. But what people have to understand is that Louis and Harry had colds, and when you're singing professionally, just because you have a cold, you still have to perform. It's just a cold, like you can still walk. So yeah, like Harry had his tea and he would be coughing and sneezing, but they still had the concert even though they both had colds. So what I'm thinking is that Liam had something way worse than a cold and that's why they canceled the concert. Like maybe Liam couldn't even stand up without puking and they're like, okay, this is really serious, we have to cancel the concert because it's not just a cold. Because if Liam just had a cold, they would have a concert, because they had a concert when Louis and Harry were sick. In other song news, we got another single called Home, and it's on iTunes now, and so like everybody can buy it. I think I heard the song a few days ago, so it came out a few days ago. I'm just telling you, One Direction are releasing song after song after song, and I'm not even ready for this. Like, if you hear the song Home, Louis and Harry both have leading vocals in it. And I'm not trying to make everything about Larry, but seriously, this song is Larry. Like, it's the lyrics. I just love the way the song sounds. It's a beautiful chorus. And if you really listen to the vocals in it, like the voices, it's mainly Harry and Louis. Like, when you hear the chorus, Harry and Louis are the leading vocals of the song, and Louis has a lot of solos. Harry obviously has a lot of solos like he usually does. And I just love it. I think Home is a beautiful song and I'm glad it got released. And even Louis tweeted about Home on Twitter. Plus, not only Home is on Twitter, but like, we all know Liam, he's called like DJ Pano. He does like the remixes and stuff. So there's a lot of like Pano remixes on iTunes. I think there's a remix of like Drag Me Down. There's a remix of Perfect. So those are great. They're on iTunes and I'm so glad that they have these remixes because they're awesome. Oh, also at a recent concert, when Harry was singing the song 18, like after he said when we were 18, Harry mouthed 16 to the crowd very blatantly. So he's like, when we were 18, and then he like mouths to the crowd, he's like, 16. And he's done this before, like he's also saying like, when we were 16, and like, I loved you since I was 16, London. That killed me. So he did it again. So there must be some significance with this whole thing. Like, it's not 18, it's actually when he was 16. And that gives me feels, because Harry went on X Factor when he was 16, and he met Louis when Louis was 18, and it's all perfect. Pun intended again. If Harry's gonna keep referring to this age of 16 instead of 18, I might as well just die already. I'm also noticing that Harry and Louis are sitting next to each other a lot in interviews now. Like, I think over the past couple weeks, One Direction have done quite a few interviews, and each interview I've been seeing, Louis and Harry are either sandwiched in the middle of Liam and Niall, or they're just sitting next to each other. And not only are they sitting next to each other, I feel like that they're interacting a little more each interview. Like, if it's just even looking at each other, or if it's just responding the word yeah to one of their responses, I just think that's a big step, because even like a year ago, even like a few months ago, they couldn't do that, and I feel like something is changing, and I think it has to do with the break coming in March. I feel like something big is going to happen, so I really hope that Louis and Harry keep interacting more. Nick Grimshaw apparently outed Larry, or implied it on Twitter. Harry's tweet wrote, "You never call anymore, you left me no choice," and then Nick responded with, "But the judge said I have to keep my distance," which people think implies that Louis is the judge, and like Louis told Nick Grimshaw to keep his distance, because we all know, like, for the past like years, like ever since 2011, ever since like Harry's known Nick, maybe 2012, Louis been like jealous of like Nick Grimshaw and Harry's relationship. Even if he's not jealous, maybe he's just been a little more cautious of it. Like, Louis always been a little weird around Nick Grimshaw. So I'm thinking that maybe Nick Grimshaw was referring to Louis, as in like, you know, Louis told me to keep my distance. You know, like, I can't call you because Louis doesn't want me to. So that tweet between Nick Grimshaw and Harry Styles was raising a lot of suspicion with the fans and Larry. And on a happy note, this week Louis was an X Factor judge, and he wasn't like a judge, but you know, like that thing that he does every year, like he goes back to the X Factor. There's pictures of him with Simon, and then Louis tweeted that he was so grateful that he was on X Factor. He said, "Such a great experience, thank you." And I didn't see any pictures or videos of him on the X Factor, but he does it like every year, and you can just tell X Factor means a lot to Louis, because, you know, that's where he got famous. So I'm just so proud of Louis for all of his achievements and just this whole X Factor thing, and he's pretty proud of himself. It's pretty evident. That's pretty much everything that happened this week. It was actually a lot. It's amazing how much stuff happens in 1 week. It's amazing like how much stuff I have to document in 1 week. So if I actually did miss anything, leave it down below. If you want to tell me anything, leave it down below, because that would be awesome. And like always, I make a video like every week. It might be once a week, might be twice a week, I don't know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.